Welcome to Florida Men on Florida Man with Greg, Wayne, Josh, and Cameron, the podcast where Floridians discuss the legends, lore, and crazy stories that always seem to take place in Florida. We have a piano in the studio.
Yeah,
It's always been here.
Has it?
It has been, but now there's more. I've counted 3 since we've walked in, and that's the problem when one of your co-hosts is a music expert.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Josh.
but he has 2 hands. How is he even playing 3 pianos? He's no Elton J, as I call him.
I don't know, but I'm sitting here looking at thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of musical equipment, and I'm just wondering why every year my birthday gift gets smaller and smaller, but all of your studio toys get bigger and bigger.
Well, you just answered your own question.
Yeah,
You love these things
it's more
than
precious though. The smaller the gift, it's very precious.
Yes.
And Cam's address that holds all this thousands of dollars.
Please don't.
We
We're
are
in
happy
an undisclosed location at Greg's studio.
in the bunker.
Yeah,
Yes.
lightly armored, lightly defended. Cam's open carry.
Heavily.
The window's open.
Yeah.
We're happy to be back with you guys again this week. We hope you had a great one. And you know what I'm ready for?
Oh, I know what you're ready for.
More importantly, more than better gifts from Cameron,
Uh-huh.
those
Better
headlines.
headlines.
Oh, I can give you some headlines.
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, headlines. I think, Wayne, you can relate to this next headline.
Thank you so much.
So a Florida man
Okay.
is caught breaking into a house and sucking on a man's toes while he was asleep.
All right.
Glad that went there.
To clarify, if I'm sucking on your toes, you're awake, baby.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Ain't nobody
'Cause you
sleeping
paid
through that.
for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ain't nobody sleeping through that.
So yeah, this
He's all
Florida
teeth.
man in Bradenton, let's talk about the victim.
Yeah.
The
this
victim. Is that what they're calling it?
That's what the article talks about. So this man in Bradenton, Florida, he was sleeping on Christmas Eve,
Okay.
and he wakes up
Christmas Eve, nice.
This is Christmas Eve, yeah. He wakes up to a man sucking on his toes.
He doesn't know this guy.
He doesn't know him.
Sleigh bells?
I would assume he was wearing a big red suit,
Amen.
with a big bag on his back.
Naughty list.
So the victim asked the suspect, like I assume he asked him in a very energetic and loud way, but
Okay.
what are you doing? Like, why are you there? And the suspect says he was there to suck toes.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
why he was there.
Wow, there's an address
I mean,
mix-up here.
plain-
Here's the
Plain
thing, though.
and simple.
I like that it's clarified that he said it in like an energetic way because it changes the whole situation if he just wakes up and goes, "What are you doing?"
What are you doing down there?
Hey,
Yeah.
bud.
Yeah.
I'm here to suck toes.
That's the scariest part, that confidence, because that would make
Yeah.
me question. I'd be like, oh, wow.
No, that puts
I
you
must have ordered a toe sucking.
and forgot about it.
Yeah.
Maybe the man's wife ordered it for him for Christmas.
That's
we
true.
don't know. We
That
don't
is
know the
true.
answers.
And we don't
but-
judge. We don't
No.
judge.
But we do know that the suspect and the victim then started fighting.
Okay.
The victim
it's tough
said,
to get a grip with a slick toe, though.
Yeah. Yeah. He got up to fight and he's like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
the suspect did say that he had. Well, we'll just call him the toe sucker.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The toe
TS.
sucker did say that he had a gun, but that was never confirmed.
Hey, wait, he had a gun or the victim had a gun?
No, the suspect, the toe sucker, said he had a
Okay.
gun.
Oh, okay. So he said out loud, I have a gun.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I thought you were now interviewing the toe sucker who said the victim had a gun. I'm like, why? Of course he has a gun. It's his house. Why do we care?
Who's the victim here? We don't
Yeah.
know.
I know. The guy who had to stop sucking toes?
I know. He's like, he had a gun.
I had to let him.
So the toe sucker ran out of the house. He smashed a window. He actually destroyed the victim's car windshield on his way out. I don't know if probably just
Did he
because
jump
he was
from the second
he's
story.
probably no. I mean, I think he did it like after he left, like maliciously.
Take this.
Yeah, he was probably embarrassed. But he has not been identified.
Oh, he got away?
Yeah, it's under investigation.
Oh my goodness.
They brought out a canine, but they were unsuccessful.
That is terrifying.
Yeah, they brought a canine out, but they were unsuccessful in locating him.
A rogue toe sucker with a gun.
Yeah, so be careful out there if you live in Florida.
I'm stunned. There's so much good stuff, good meat here.
No, that's what he said.
Well, there's some good meats on them toes, yeah.
He's like, man, I'm just stunned. There's so much meat here.
Meat and corn.
And then the guy woke up and he's like, what are you doing?
I'm sucking toes.
And then the guy in the bed goes, I got a gun.
I mean, it's possible that Mr. Toe Sucker listens to our podcast.
No, I do. Seriously, we put this out there a lot, and we've had people reach out in response to stories and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And so I think genuinely, if you know the toe sucker or if you are the toe sucker, reach out to us.
Remain anonymous.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we're here for you, man. Like, we're not going to rat you out, but we do want to hear from you.
I'm not going to say that Wayne is pro toe sucking,
Right?
but his shoes look like hobo shoes with the toe worn off and just this big toe sticking out.
You never know.
So he's obviously not against it.
He's not against it.
Well,
No.
I don't have anything to say.
Oh, grody.
All right, next headline.
Okay.
So the first one related to Wayne, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Thank you.
The second one relates to Josh, actually.
All
Who knows where
right.
this can go?
Josh,
Here we go.
Josh, what do you hate most about fast food
Yep.
or to-go orders?
Nothing.
Well, I think I've been pretty expressive
Uh-huh.
Okay.
because after I go through the drive-thru, I usually call you guys,
Yeah.
and I'm pissed.
Yeah,
Right.
always.
It's
Why?
always about that sauce.
They don't give you enough.
They don't
They-
give me that sauce.
That's
They
true.
don't
And
give you the sauce.
I'm not confrontational enough to circle around back. That's crazy.
Well,
No.
our next headline, she was brave enough.
She circled.
Florida
No.
woman
Okay.
was
Not me.
arrested for threatening a McDonald's worker to get that sauce by any means necessary.
Jeez
okay.
Louise.
Okay. McDonald's is usually one where they're okay
Yeah.
with giving that extra sauce.
Okay. Well, they don't care. They worked there for like 2 weeks. Wayne worked at McDonald's. How long did you work there?
6 days.
Yeah,
Wow, you
he
were one
probably
of
gave
their-
away so
their-
much sauce.
But he was like a veteran by
No,
then.
I was 16 and I worked there for 6 days and I quit. But when I quit, it was like a moment of passion.
Uh-huh.
And I forgot that my mom dropped me
Toes.
off. So I had to go back in and be like, can I use your phone? Come
Yeah.
along.
This was back in the 70s without
Jeez.
cell phones.
Yeah. Well,
The
you know.
humble king.
So listen to this name because it was so confusing that I had to read it a
Letariat?
couple times. This is a Florida woman,
Mhm.
Okay.
McGuire Marie McLaughlin.
Triple M.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
MMM, who's 19 years old.
No.
Was
a name
den-
like that?
Was denied the condiments at a McDonald's in Vero Beach, it says. Okay, so
No.
when they wouldn't, this was 4 a.m. on New Year's Day.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, this is a late night. I'm
Oh, yeah.
sure there was some drinking involved.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't give her the sauce for free. They said it cost 25 cents.
Hold on. Did she go through the drive-thru, not order anything, and just say, I want the sauce?
No, she did order stuff.
Oh, well,
they just
because
didn't
this
give
is
her
insane.
enough sauce.
Okay. So she got some.
Yeah, she said that she claimed that she didn't receive all of her food,
Okay.
which included the sauce.
If you get a
Okay.
20-piece nug, though,
Right.
you're
them
gonna
are-
need some sauce.
they're always dry.
You need-
It's
you
like
need
choking down cardboard.
a cup per nug.
yeah.
Yeah, easily.
So if it's 20 piece nug, 20 sauces.
You want that nugget as slick as that man's toe in the first story.
Right.
Yeah, equally
Yeah.
slick to toe sucking.
Yes.
Yeah, and I had just regained my appetite. So thank you.
So anyway, she was arrested for disorderly conduct. She had to be put in mechanical restraints, which at first I'm like, well, handcuffs, obviously, but
Sounds
A
right.
robot.
it goes on because
Ooh, a
she
robot.
was locking her legs, refusing to walk forward. So
Okay.
she was just resisting arrest.
Okay.
But yeah, she
They put her on a little like hand truck, like for moving.
yeah, basically. But the McDonald's employees were worried because she was threatening them.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't know if she had a weapon, and so they were scared for their safety.
You know
Called
what
the
may
cops.
be a good idea?
What's that?
To just give the freaking sauce.
Yeah,
I would agree.
and that's kind of where I'm at. And maybe if you guys, if you work in that industry, you could write in and let us know what do they have held over your head that that makes you refuse to give.
Yeah,
Yeah,
extra
how are
sauce?
you so passionate?
Yeah, because are they taking it out of your paycheck? Because honestly, like if I go through, is that offensive?
No?
No, I don't
Who-
think so.
Who's
No,
the
okay.
worst sauce offender here?
No, because I'm like
Who
if
hoards that
Chick-fil-A.
sauce?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A is
hoards
bad
that
about it.
sauce.
I mean, it's money. That
It's
stuff
great
is
sauce.
so good.
It's not so much the fact that you short me on sauce. It's that if I ask for an extra one, the look you give me is like so demeaning. It's like, dude, like I just want a little bit of extra ketchup.
Yeah.
I'm not selling it. Okay, I want it for my food.
Yeah.
I'm not profiting off
The
of
food that
extra Chick-fil-A sauce.
I came here to buy.
Can I
Bingo.
just say? Can
I'm
I
just
just
trying to
say?
enjoy your food more.
We've had headlines
Yes.
that covered some pretty devious stuff, and we
Yes.
are
Yep.
more upset about this one.
Well, this one strikes home.
It's true.
Fast food's not like a 5-star cuisine. You got to
Right.
choke it down with something.
Yeah,
Right.
I've never done meth in the woods and related to those stories.
That's true.
I have not received my sauce and been kind of upset, so I can relate to this.
But
This
what
is-
about the first story?
I have had my toes sucked.
There we
before.
go.
There, that's what
I
Josh
knew
was
it.
waiting for.
I knew it. Hey guys.
Hey,
So we got a letter.
All right.
The
Like
letter
we
wants
do.
to know, what can we expect from the boys of FMOFM in 2020?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's-
They asked about Greg, but
he doesn't count.
he doesn't count.
no.
Not in my
again,
heart.
we will pass the mic on. How
I'll
about
to
Wayne?
each of us individually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They asked, are you going to mix up segments? Is Cam going to do like, the main history
what,
story?
What are we gonna do?
Well,
Or-
I mean, I feel like I've tied the knot on doing
Okay.
Florida Man headlines.
Yeah.
Like
You
that's my bread and butter. I
Yeah.
feel good about it. I feel hitched, and I
Okay.
just feel like
Okay. These are curious words.
I know that I do that well. I know how to do it. I know that each week I'm looking for headlines that people are sending in, reading those, enjoying those, giving
Yes.
them to you. So
Wow.
Well,
really?
I'll say this. I'm divorced to the idea of switching segments around.
Okay.
But
as in you want to keep your segment.
Yeah, and I'm married to the idea
Okay.
of
Okay.
doing the story at the end of the episode.
Okay, if I can interrupt you two,
Sure.
and your really funny words
Thank
here,
you very much.
listeners. We may have alluded to a big announcement this year, and that was an announcement that I was hoping to make, but the boys here don't seem to want me to be able to get it out
We're just helping you along, make you do it.
smoothly. Yeah,
Let's pull
without
the Band-Aid off.
So the big announcement for the most popular co-host of the show is that he is going to be single soon. That would be the appropriate way.
I mean you.
Yeah,
Because
me.
I consider myself to be most popular,
Right.
but so I don't want my wife to get the wrong idea.
Oh no.
Yeah, same with my wife.
This is old white boy Jay.
Okay.
Yeah, so White Boy Jay, let's say it just out in the open.
I don't, the D word.
He's divorcing my little sister.
Well,
This is awkward.
that would be like if I brought it up, but she brought it up and she
Okay.
said, "Don't worry, it's not me, it's you."
Yeah.
Which, but I can't say much on the topic because in the near future she's going to be on a show and we're going to be doing a divorce quiz
Oh jeez.
for who pays for the divorce.
Come on. Yay.
Wait, okay, back up. You're doing a divorce quiz
Yes.
between you two.
Yep.
Yep.
As in we're quizzing you two.
Yeah, kind of on who knows the other one better, who should be paying for the divorce paperwork.
This is gonna be terrible.
I mean, it's all we're still great friends. It's all an uncontested divorce, so it's just a paperwork that has to be done. But it is like 100 bones,
Someone's got to pay for it.
and I don't feel like I need to. You
Maybe
know,
we should ask for donations for your divorce.
In
that's
a
very
way,
possible.
In a way, the quiz helps me because instead of having to, choose between my little sister
Yeah.
and my co-host, really good
Yes.
friend,
Mhm.
I have to side with the quiz winner.
The winner.
Yeah. And that's the hard part is I could never bring my problems to my 1 and 2 best friends here.
Right.
Like I could never please her in the kitchen.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, my cooking just
No. You can't even cook eggs correctly.
well, she likes that fancy stuff.
I
Poached. I can't do that.
Well, this does kind of bring up an interesting topic, though, which will be fun for us this year because now you are going to be put into some unpleasant situations. You got to find a roommate.
Yes, that's definitely going to be a very unpleasant. I mean, Greg has been pestering me ever since
Yeah.
he heard.
I know.
That would not be a good idea on your part.
No,
You don't
not
want
at
that
all.
guy living
No.
with you.
Yeah, so roommates is going to be I've browsed Craigslist for roommates, and holy garbage. Their toe sucking is a popular topic
You'll
when
see
it comes
that
to
a lot.
roommate. Yeah.
Well, Craigslist, you got Tinder. You're going to have to go into the whole dating scene.
I was I opened it just to glance.
You opened Tinder?
Yeah, just to glance. Okay, now that I'm 2 years out of my prime,
Right.
What should I be?
Only 2.
What should I be looking at?
Right. How was it?
Woofa.
Well, I mean, the last time you dated, there was plenty of fish.
Right.
But there was no apps.
No, I was like 23.
Yeah.
And she got my good years. What can I say?
Yeah.
Now you're dry bones.
Now I'm old dry bones.
Old dry bones.
Old dry saggy bones.
So this is going to be exciting, though. I think I'm looking forward to, honestly, maybe getting some of those date stories.
Yeah, I am not looking forward to it, but I know it's got to be done because that's, I guess, how the world works these days.
I would love for us to pick Tinder dates for you while recording the podcast.
That'd be great.
Okay, I will once the paperwork is paid for, because we got to have that being paid for. Then I'll let you have my phone, and whichever direction you swipe for,
it's up.
Yeah, the love of your life, because that's the only person I'm looking for.
I just want you to make a commitment to comedy for a second, and and just promise us, your two best friends, that if you're on a date that's not going well, you will see it through so that you can talk about it on an icebreaker.
Yes,
that's gonna be the hardest for me, because I can barely sit through a bad movie.
Right?
Yeah, no.
So a bad date, I will be tempted to just say,
just do it for us.
Okay.
I mean, we might have somebody listening right now.
Oh gosh,
that is your soulmate.
That is true.
Hi. Hello.
Please write in. Yeah. Please write. He had you at hello.
Yeah.
That's actually that's interesting. If you are interested, if you
this is the direction it should not have gone.
You never thought that you had the potential to be with a host of the Florida Man on Florida Man podcast. You're finding out right now for the first time that you had that chance right into us.
You've heard him for 58 episodes. That sultry, deep baritone voice,
stumbling voice.
That could be yours.
That could be yours.
That could be yours.
I can't wait to see who signs up for this.
Ricou Browning was born November 23rd, 1930 in Fort Pierce, Florida.
Oh,
30.
We have a native.
Yeah, you hear the year?
1930.
Come on.
2020.
Yeah,
give me that 90.
Give him that hard 90.
If he's still alive, he'd be 90 years old.
I hope he
is.
That's
possible, yeah.
That's very possible.
We'll find out at the very end.
Ricou, don't talk crap about him, Cam.
Teaser.
Ricou was an adventurous kid. He loved exploring Fort Pierce, but one of the most interesting things about Ricou and the kids his age is they were obsessed with monsters.
Oh, yeah. I am too.
Fort Pierce is up on that Panhandle,
right?
Okay.
They love monsters up there.
They do.
And just about every small town in Florida, especially during this time, like in the 30s, there's some kind of tale of some mysterious being or figure. Like it's a popular thing in Florida in smaller towns.
Billy Goat, the haunted Billy Goat.
Yeah. Right.
We got to have something to do.
You got to have something to talk about. So whether it's like the vampire who moved in down the street or the old lady who's like secretly a witch, it's just something kids did back then. But Ricou was like really into it.
Okay.
He loved these monster stories. So when there were rumors of a giant black dog running through the graveyards, and we're talking giant black dog.
Okay.
Ricou was the one organizing his friends to go out there and sleep in the graveyard. To see if they could see it for themselves.
Not me.
Yeah, the kid loved it. And that never panned out. There wasn't a giant black dog, obviously. But Ricou's fascination with it was just, it kept growing and growing. But that's the thing is eventually you kind of have to grow up, right? You can't just...
you have to stop seeing big black dogs.
You can't love monsters your whole life. You got to be a grown-up.
Amen.
So Ricou, he graduates high school and he goes to Florida State University.
Oh, here we go.
I was wondering what his arm was. It was like
just chopping.
It was twitching. And then once you said it.
That's Cameron's alma mater. He knew it was coming.
Ricou Browning.
So while Ricou was at Florida State, he makes friends with a guy named Newton Perry.
Okay.
Now, Newton had these grand plans to one day open up this sort of park where people could perform underwater shows like mermaids and such.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if this sounds familiar, it's
okay.
because
I was about to say.
I heard about this.
Yeah, Newton Perry sounds familiar.
We covered Newton Perry way back on episode 17, Mermaids versus Monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
Great episode.
Very good episode.
Yeah, and so Newton was very successful when it came to like water entertainment, but this is before all of that. At this point in time in our story, he's still dreaming about this one day happening. And so Newton says to his friend Ricou Browning, if I were to open this water park, would you come work for me? Is this something that you'd be interested in doing?
Okay.
Is there monsters?
Bingo. That's
right.
what I was thinking.
Ricou, I think he maybe smelled it, and he was like,
swamp monster.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. So Ricou agrees to go work for him, and that's exactly what happened. Newton opened up the Weeki Wachee Springs water park, and Ricou was kind of like his right-hand man.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that Ricou specialized in, which was kind of odd, is the water productions. Because he had no background in this. It wasn't like he knew film or anything like that, but he was a natural at staging shots. So it was like his idea to start filming the mermaid shows.
Oh, okay.
Like
that sounds like
the visionary.
Boring show.
Well, yeah, but he was the visionary, though. Like, he was put in charge of figuring out exactly how to film it, how it should be staged.
I'd love to be called a visionary one day.
Well, if you think about it, like filming an underwater mermaid show that was happening live in front of people, that wasn't even happening in Hollywood at the time.
Yeah.
And so it's happening here in this kind of small town in Florida.
Very cool.
So every week when the mermaid show would happen, Ricou's there. He's underwater with his camera.
Whoa,
he's shooting
he's
it
underwater?
and capturing it. Right. He's the main underwater camera operator. And in the 40s and the 50s, like Florida was put on the map by places like these.
Yeah.
Like we're known for tourism.
Six Gun.
Right, exactly. And it's these small little theme parks that popped up, 60, 70 years ago that basically word started spreading, hey, Florida's actually a fun place to be.
That's why we have too many people that live here.
That's right.
Well, it could be it. But the thing about it is these little places also drew the attention of Hollywood.
Cool.
Right?
Nice.
Because
Cool,
people
cool,
are
cool.
now, if you recall, around the same time, like Tarzan was actually filmed
Yes.
at
Silver
Silver
Springs.
Springs.
Yes, I do.
And so there's kind of this precedent for Hollywood going, hey, Florida still kind of looks wild and natural.
Gotcha.
Let's go there and film some of these.
Yeah.
some
Distant
of these
Drums,
movies.
the movie I reviewed.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because it looked wild, baby.
So when Hollywood catches wind that they're making these kind of underwater mermaid, films in Weeki Wachee Springs, they kind of reach out and they're like, hey, we want to come film a brand new production, there at your location.
At the
Okay,
Springs.
I'll consider
At
it.
the Springs, yeah. So Hollywood shows up. And so for Ricou, this is gold because now the place where he works, a place where he's like an expert at what he does, is potentially being featured in some big time production.
Okay. I mean,
Right.
I see the
And
benefit.
he's a camera operator.
now.
He's the camera operator.
Using my
right.
brain, it's crystal clear water.
Yeah,
right,
Obviously, it is
exactly.
beneficial.
And so in 1954, this production company shows up and the director is he shows up and he's like, where's Ricou Browning?
Whoa.
He's not asking
Give me
for the
Ricou.
He's not
He's a
asking
dead
for the
man.
management. Yeah. He's not asking for the management or
Nope.
the owner. He wants Ricou Browning.
Visionary.
The visionary underwater camera guy, right?
Yeah.
So Ricou's kind of put off by this and he's like, well, maybe the guy
okay.
wants some underwater shots. Like, what's he want me for? Like, why am I the first
Or
person he's
underwear
asking
shots.
for?
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Or underwear
Yeah.
shots.
Yeah.
Right. So basically the director's like, how comfortable are you underwater?
Oh, well, that's kind of been my job.
Yeah.
Right. But it's still kind of an odd, I feel like, question to start off a conversation with.
It's
Like,
definitely a weird lead up. Yeah.
If someone uses that with me, it's not ending.
Okay, so I should delete that from my Tinder.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Hey, how comfortable are you underwater?
What kind of girls does that
Would
bring?
you like to date me?
Exactly. So Ricou's like, I mean, I'm an expert. That's
Okay.
what I do. I'm game
Yeah.
for whatever. But in his head, he's still like, I'm going to be operating this guy's camera. I'm going to be staging shots. And so this guy goes, follow me out to the parking lot.
Okay.
Ugh.
Nope. That's my second line on my profile.
Right.
But,
It's not looking good.
no.
So Ricou follows this guy out to the parking
Oh,
lot.
goodness.
There's a pickup truck,
Nope.
and the bed of the truck's covered with this massive sheet, massive kind of covering.
Turn around.
And so Ricou walks up to it. This production manager guy, he pulls the sheet back, and under it is basically a freaking monster.
Dead body. Oh,
A monster, hey?
monsters, eh?
So it's huge. It's dark green, kind of scaly.
Okay.
And at first, Ricou's terrified of it until he gets a good look and he realizes, holy crap, like,
Yeah.
it's a costume.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's
I thought Chupacabra or Chupacabra.
Well, it wasn't a real monster. It was a costume, but it looks so realistic. And so, so Ricou's now like, okay, well why am I here? What do I need to do with this? And the production manager says, I want you to put it on.
Brother, yeah.
Nice.
I put those together.
He knew he loved monsters.
Bingo.
He's good underwater.
Yeah,
Bingo.
which is it
and
is.
he followed him to the parking lot.
It's kind of like a fate thing because the guy didn't know he loved monsters, but it just worked out that way. I mean, it was kind of one of those things. So Rico kind of puts on this contraption of a suit.
Yeah.
It's massive, it's heavy, and the director says, "How would you feel wearing that underwater?"
Sounds comfortable.
And Rico's like, I mean, I guess. I mean, it's what I do for a living.
Yep.
And so he hands him the helmet, and it's got these massive eyes on it. It's huge, like 20 pounds. And he tells Rico, put this on with that costume, and let's see how you handle it underwater.
It sounds like drowning might happen.
That's what I was thinking. You know what sounds like not swimming?
Yeah.
It's putting
a
weights on your
giant
head.
monster costume on and going underwater. So they strap to this device that basically allows him to take like oxygen shots and stay underwater longer, which is what the mermaids were using, for their shows.
Like the lines that they would pull up.
Right. So now Rico's doing it, and he's kind of like doing this like swimming test underwater in this with this costume on. And the director says, "Look, I know you seem kind of confused right now, but how would you feel starring in Universal Studios' newest monster movie?"
Sounds great.
Yes.
And-
Pay is what I need.
Right. Well, Rico's like, I mean, I guess I'm on board. And the director says, well, we're calling it The Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, okay. This title I have heard.
Here we go.
Yeah,
I never watched it. I don't watch old movies.
Well, this is huge because Universal at the time, they're like the biggest name around when it comes to, movie studios. And they've had incredible success with like Frankenstein and Wolfman and Dracula.
Okay, yeah.
So this is like what they do. This is their bread and butter.
This is like old Marvel movies.
Right. Basically, no, it's like the first like shared universe almost.
Whoa.
And so Rico has just basically swam his way into a Hollywood feature film.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
luckily, that I Love Monsters shirt really helped him out.
Well, this guy goes from filming, underwater kind of like, theme park type stuff.
Yeah.
Low budget mermaid shows for kids to now a major motion picture. He's going to be the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Thank goodness he said yes to old Perry.
I know. It's fantastic, though, because his role in this movie now brings him in contact with all these people from the entertainment industry. He's kind of rubbing elbows with all these, famous folks. And so when he was a kid, I'm not sure he realized that his love for monsters would someday turn him in
to
like a world famous monster.
Who would think?
Exactly. But now the door's open for Rico. And because of his expertise in water shots, Rico is also working as a stunt coordinator and underwater sequence director in other hit movies.
Jeez.
So he's not just starring in The Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
He's working, stunt coordinations for Island of the Lost and Caddyshack.
What?
Oh, okay. Caddyshack I've heard of.
Yeah, so anything that involves like a water scene, he's become the go-to guy. Like, hey, can you shoot this? Can you stage this shot for us?
You know what really knocks you down a peg as a director?
What's that?
When the swamp monster says, no, that shot's not going to look good, back up a little bit, and you want to do a panning shot.
No, you're right. But what's interesting is like it worked out so well for him because he goes on to work in production on two huge follow-up movies. It's a pair of James Bond films called Thunderball and Never Say Never Again.
Love it.
Oh, Thunderball, one of your favorites.
He's befriending Sean Connery. He's watching his career take off.
Sean's like, aren't you that monster?
Now say it in his voice. Don't hold back.
Aren't you that monster?
Very good.
Wow.
That was really good, actually.
You can't throw me into that one.
That's a perfect Sean Connery.
Let's hear
voice.
Josh's.
Is in the monsters?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's great. That sounds just like Sean Connery. So all the while he's doing this, he's still taking acting gigs where he's performing underwater. Okay. So, because that's kind of his MO at this point.
Yeah. You don't want those newcomers coming up and taking your money shots.
Yeah, no, not at all. So he stars in all the sequels to The Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yep.
But he also does all the stunt shots for Disney's film 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Jeez.
Oof.
So this guy is like, money movie after money movie. But the only thing is all this success he feels like has robbed him of his own like creativity.
Whoa, okay.
I think because like back whenever he was staging shots at, Wikiwashi Springs, he was kind of in control creatively.
Definitely.
He had a lot more influence, and now he's just taking gigs that he's thankful for. He's grateful for it.
But they're just telling him what to do. Yeah,
and he misses that. And so like every other, boom mic holder in Hollywood, he wants to write his own script.
Amen.
Okay.
I do. I try to. I present it to y'all, and you're like, no,
right.
This is nothing. You literally wrote nothing down.
Right, exactly. And so he realizes, that this is probably a long shot, but he writes his script and he starts like showing it to basically every person
Yeah.
that he comes in contact with. Like,
Yeah,
what do you think about
writers
this?
do.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's
like-
my script. Here's
Yeah.
my
you think it's
script.
any
Can you
good?
please read this? No, I don't have time to read this.
Well, even his closest friends are going, I don't know, man. I think you should just stick to what you're
Yeah.
doing. Like, so basically, he's written this script about this dolphin that's above average smart to the point that it's basically like solving crimes. It befriends his
jeez.
Oh, hello.
yeah, it befriends his family in Florida,
Cool.
and everybody is saying, "Hey, man, don't do it."
Yeah.
And Rico's going, "Nah, I'm gonna do it."
Wow.
And so Rico takes the script to MGM Studios, which is like the kind of competition to Universal,
True.
and they freaking love it.
What?
They pick it up, and
Smart dolphin.
yeah, so in 1963, Rico's dolphin story was brought to the silver screen and called Flipper.
Okay.
Oh,
See, I felt like it was going to Flipper, but I was
I
like,
didn't know Flipper was that old.
Well, what's
No.
crazy about it is Flipper, the movie, was so successful that it ended up getting its own television show, and
Okay.
the television show became one of the most watched TV programs of all time.
so
That's
they really
insane.
trained a dolphin for this. I just thought it was just random cuts.
No,
Just
it-
a dolphin doing random
No,
No,
things.
it was Rico in a dolphin costume.
Who knew?
Right.
Who
So
knew?
basically, the script that was being panned by everybody that he
Yep.
knew turned out to be one of the most successful programs in the
Jeez,
history of
That's
television.
crazy. Yeah.
The guy gets super lucky with that. In fact, he gained so much influence in the industry that he was made president of the legendary Ivan Tors movie studio in Miami, Florida.
Okay.
And in 1968, Rico was elected to the head of the Florida Motion Picture and Television Producers Association.
Jeez.
So this guy has gone from, again,
Mm-hmm.
staging, scenes in a small water park
Oh, yeah.
to wearing the creature from the Black Lagoon costume to now he's the head of a major motion picture association.
That's crazy.
Which is just absolutely insane. So
How's he feel about his creativity now?
I think he's pretty
good?
happy
Yeah.
about it. And he is still happy about it because at the age
No.
of 89,
Boom, boom. 89.
Oh, was wrong.
Rico is the last surviving original actor to play any of the Universal classic monsters.
Oh, my
Really?
goodness.
Yeah, and so the boy who grew up loving monsters went on to portray one of the most legendary ones of all time.
Unreal.
And he still lives in Florida with his family. He still actually goes around to Comic Cons and does autographs
That's
and stuff like
amazing.
that. Just a really awesome individual who, honestly, kind of like fell his way into the
Mhm.
entertainment industry.
Yep.
He followed a friend to Central Florida to help him start this tiny little water park, and
Jeez.
ended up in Hollywood. So
Do you
that
think-
is
Do you think Flipper's still alive?
that particular dolphin is
Please say yes.
Mounted now.
he's
on
mounted.
Oh, what?
He's-
On Rico's wall?
He's alive forever.
in our hearts. He's alive forever.
How would they mount him? Do you think they mount him profile shot or head?
Straight out.
Straight out.
Solving crime, probably.
Yeah,
Oh,
just-
a Sherlock hat
yeah,
on.
straight over you.
Pipe.
That's it. But that is the story of Ricou Browning. It was a lot of fun. And I do love that, we touch base a little bit on some of the local legends because that's something that we're going to be doing in the future, actually. In the story segment is interviewing local folks and hearing about some of these smaller towns and what they truly believe to be these mysterious occurrences.
Yeah.
So we get to take you guys into a kind of firsthand look
Very
at
cool.
what the deep, dark corners of Florida holds. But it's been a great week.
Beautiful.
Awesome week.
I feel like we had a lot of fun. We learned a lot about ourselves, and
It's
about each
been
other.
informative and revealing.
Learned a lot about Josh.
That's
and his
right.
New year.
You guys are going to be here with me.
What a bright future. But if you want to learn more, it's FMOFM.com.
Yes, it is.
You can find out all you want to know about the show, the host. If you believe in the show, you can donate, actually. There is a tab that says support us, and you can go there and make a donation either via PayPal or credit card. And we really appreciate that. It keeps the show going. And if you want to hang out on social media, it's FMOFM Podcast across all the major platforms. And we love hearing from you guys.
Definitely love hearing from you.
And we just love you.
And we just love
Ooh,
you
Hello.
to the moon and back.
Amen.